Hello. RGT, let's go. RGT already. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the pre-show for the Pokemon Presents. Happening at 6. We're going to go 6 a.m. 6 a.m. PT / 9 a.m. ET. So, in the title as well, I don't know why it's saying I can't do this. It's... Alright, there you go. Yeah, changes saved. There we go. So, it's going to be a good show. It's going to be a good show. It's going to be a fun show. I'm excited to talk to you guys about this Pokemon Presents. So yeah, it should be fun. Let's get into some shout outs, and then we'll go over everybody who's here. We still got a while to go. The show does not start till 6 a.m., so it's about an hour, 15 minutes, a little bit less than that. I like to start the shows early, get everybody in here, get ready, go over bingo, predictions, whatever you guys want to talk about, and then we'll kind of go in through. So yeah. So shout outs to Dior, Mike, Molly, Christopher Lenton says, "Do you sleep, OJ?" You know, I actually only got about 2 hours of sleep, so no, I don't. Clinton Triumph with the says FF13 port now. Yeah, the Jet is here. What's up, Jet? T-Zone. J2 Chronicles says, "Morning trainers. What time does it start?" It starts when it's right there on the screen. That's what time it starts, and in the title. It's in the title as well. Epic Globster, what's good? Welcome. Super GCN, let's go silver. Interesting. Probably not. Volcanic SF. It's your boy says, "OJ with the drip. I gotta go. So I actually have some business that I gotta do right after this. So your boy cannot go in with just like the basic tank top or basic streamer shirts that I wear. The sweat resistant streamer shirts that I wear. I gotta wear something a little bit nicer. Nothing too fancy though. Nothing too fancy. I call it level 2. Jeffrey Tucker says, "You're a Pokeball, OJ." Yeah, I mean, Pokeballs don't have blue on them, but yeah, I mean, I guess the top is definitely a Pokeball. Yeah, for sure. Let's see here. Pokemon GameCube Collection Suite. You guys are setting yourselves up to be very disappointed. Life Will Change is here. That James has it more correct. Definitely Pokemon Snaps or Synapse mobile game updates than ZA. That seems more likely to me. That seems very much more likely than you guys out here with all these other crazy stuff. What's up, Mr. Pereira? Welcome. Khalid with the 31 months says, "My body is ready." Yes, my body is ready too. Nightshade with the 58 months. What's up, man? Shout outs. Hey, what's up, Kuba? Yo, my man, Ender Kuba in the house. You guys give him some love. The Dragon Ball God. Nintendo God, too. Yo, good to see you here, brother. Welcome to the stream. So glad that you got everything. I was lurking in your stream the other day. Glad that you got everything fixed up, man, with the connection. Yeah, we looking clean. We looking clean. Shout outs to Wife Essence. Shout outs to Mrs. Essence. Just make sure I look good. The Great Wall. What's up, the Great Wall? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? King Azzy. What's up, King Azzy? Welcome. Cooper, we got to hang out again sometime. I don't know what convention we're going to be at or something, but we got to hang out again, man. That was like the most fun that I've ever had going to like a creator event or something. Pokemon Sleep stuff as well. I don't know, man. I don't know if there's going to be... Listen, mobile game updates, which include Pokemon Sleep and all that. So, mobile game updates. Let's just say that. You know? You have to be up early because it's 1 p.m. here in the UK. Happy to catch the stream? Yes. It's 4... I woke up by 4:04 a.m. today to get ready. To get everything ready. You know? So 4:04 a.m. for me. But I saved some time by getting the stream set up, getting the thumbnail done, getting everything all set up last night. So I did that last night. So I saved myself some time. And thankfully I did that because it was a hectic morning trying to get ready because I got to go somewhere right after this. So I had to make sure everything else was ready. My kid and all that. My wife has to go to work. So it's like, it's just a busy morning. like I said, I gotta go somewhere right after this. So it's like I gotta be somewhere by 8. So I gotta make sure that I'm ready to go. I can just like get out the house as soon as this is done. Yeah, we gotta figure something out, man. I don't know what other events are coming up. But I'm hoping that Nintendo has some type of like event for Switch 2. I mean, that would be so cool if they had like an event for Switch 2 for creators. Oh man, imagine how lit that would be. Like being able to play that with creators like before it comes out. Man, that would be like the greatest thing ever. Gen 5 remakes. Let's hear you guys' predictions. I'm not picking anything cool. Anything that sounds good, I'm gonna be like no, because it's Pokemon Presents. They like never do anything. It's like people say, oh, all the classic games put together. No, I'm joking. But no, that's probably not gonna happen. But Gen 5 remakes, I don't know. I don't think so, because I guess ZA is this year, right? So would they do Gen 5 remake? That's Pokemon X and Y, right? Or no, that's Pokemon Black and White. That's not X and Y. Pokemon Black and White. I mean, would they do Black and White this year? I don't know. Would they announce it this year? I'm not sure. I am not sure. Let's see here. And just saying, we aren't getting Gen 10 until 30th anniversary end of story. That's next year. Gen 10 is going to be next year. That's going to be a 2026 game. I don't know if they're probably not going to announce it this early. I mean, they could, but they probably won't. They'll probably announce it later in the year, or they'll probably announce it early next year. But yeah, they probably won't announce it until they know that they can show the game. For sure, like, know that they can show the game off, you know? So, excuse me. Yeah, Legends Z-A is going to be good. We know Legends Z-A is probably, it's like a 75% chance or higher that the game is going to be actually good. So, that's good. Hey, OJ, here's for hoping for Pokémon Tournament 2. There's definitely not going to be a Pokémon Tournament 2. Although, that would be awesome if there was a Pokémon Tournament 2. But I don't think there's going to be a Pokémon Tournament 2 announced at this event. I think if there was a Pokémon Tournament 2 announcement, I think it's going to be at a Nintendo Direct. That would be like at a Nintendo Direct where they would say, all right, check this out. Here's what's next. Collaboration between Bandai Namco, Nintendo, the Pokemon Company. But you know what? Never know, right? You never know. But I think that if we would have heard some rumors about Pokémon 2, like there's been nothing, like zero rumors of Pokémon 2, you know? Life-size God of War plushie. I know you weird. They need to check mental history before they let anybody buy one of those. You should if you buy a life-size, like in order to buy one, you should have mental history checked and all your posts checked on like social media before you can buy one of those. Because some of you guys be saying some weird stuff. Keep my expectations in check. I expect mobile games, updates, snaps, and closing out with ZA. Yeah, that's the likely scenario. Now, maybe there's a Pokemon card game type stuff, but yeah, like, I'm not expecting... It was so funny because on the Spawncast, they were like, oh, what are the predictions? They're trying to act like all excited. I'm like, or what are your expectations? I'm like, my expectations are always low. It's like, it's Pokemon Presents. Pokemon Presents, there's always like maybe, if one good announcement. And there's been some Pokemon Presents where there's like nothing announced. Yo, Abaddon with the $15 Toby. Let's go, Buster. Hey, let's go.
YERRRR.
Yeah.
Big bro. Hope you and the fam are well.
Everybody's good, man. My boy. I'm gonna be not only happy but also probably a little bit intimidated by my son when he passes me up in height. And he's like way bigger and better than me in absolutely everything that I do. That kid is growing at a crazy rate. He is super tall and big for his age. So yeah, excited. Family's doing good. My wife's doing good. Thank you for asking, Abaddon. I hope everything's good in your neck of the woods over there in the East Coast. But yeah, everything's good, man. Everything is good. I cannot complain. I'm very, very proud of my son. My daughter's good too. They're both doing really good. So yeah, man, everything's good. It says your son's already passed. Not quite. I wish, but that'd be the weirdest thing to see, like a 2-year-old like already like 5'10", that'd be crazy. That would be very, very interesting. And I think I would be in trouble if that was the case. Maybe they talk about TCG restocks, Best Buy is doing blooming water drops. I hope they don't waste too much time talking about Pokemon restocks. I really don't. I really hope they don't waste that much time. What time does it start? What time until it starts? It's right there on the screen, my man. It's right there on the screen, Ryder. What's up, Baby Pierce? Welcome to the stream. Shout outs, man. Hey, what's up, Casual Noob? Welcome to the stream. Shout outs. Pokemon Sleep 2, a sequel to a mobile app that just came out? That seems unlikely. Shout outs to Avedon. I appreciate. Thank you for the 15 though. Appreciate that. Let's get those combos up. We're at 15. I'll do this. If we get to the bonus stream combo breaker, I'll see if I can stream again later. So if we get to the 100 combo by the time that I'm done, I'll see if I can stream again later today. Even though I think I'll be dead tired, but I think I can do it. Let's see here. Let's see here. It ain't got Australian time. My man, if you're in Australia, you got to learn how to use time conversions. Ain't nothing ever going to be in your time, my man. So I'm going to teach you a lesson right now that's going to help you out, all right? Since you're in Australia, you guys are like super in the future. You should have a smartphone. You should always have a smartphone ready for events. And what you should do is if you go to the clock section on your smartphone, put in the United States. Put in the West Coast in particular. You can always add them. You can add any time that you want on most, and it'll tell you exactly what time it is. So, for example, in Sydney, it's your neck of the woods, right? It's 11:58 p.m., right? If I'm not correct or close to that, I can see what time it is in Nigeria, my home country. I can see what time it is in the UK. It's 12:58 p.m. I can see what time it is in Munich. It's 1:59 p.m. Tokyo, 9:59. So you need to, my man, you need to invest in one of those. All right, my man, invest in one of those. And if you like gaming, I highly suggest knowing what PDT is or PST. Because a lot of the times they're going to be in PDT or PST, and they ain't going to be in your damn future Australian time. All right? So you gotta learn that, my man. You gotta learn it. Okay? That's gonna take you a long way this year because there's gonna be so many events this year. We've got events coming up. We've got Summer Games Fest. We've got, the Suikoden event. We've got Nintendo's April 2nd Direct. We've got a lot of stuff. So the reason why I just didn't flat out tell you is because you're just gonna expect that every time you come here. If you simply just convert time and just know time, it'll be way easier for you. Australia is harder though. That's why I'm being super nice about it. Australia is harder because you guys are like a day and a half ahead of PST, or like you guys are like a day ahead. So that's harder to do. I get that. But I highly recommend getting a smartphone and inputting it and knowing the time conversions because Australia, it's confusing. You know what I'm saying? But I'll also say this. We're at 5 o'clock right now. The show starts at 6 o'clock, so it starts in about an hour. So I can say that. No matter where you live in the world, it starts in about an hour as well. Let's see here. Pokemon time. Let's go. Well, I mean, I think right now, are we in daylight time? Anyway, PDT, be it PST, whatever. It just depends on before or after daylight savings. Yeah, America's weird. Let's see here. DeAndre, what's up, DeAndre? Welcome. Game companies love putting studios in Vancouver, Canada, so the lot of reveals are PST. No, that's not it. Most of Zoo with the $25. Finding the opening thread. Let's go. Yo, shout outs to Zoo. Thank you for the $25. No, it's not because of Vancouver, Canada. It's because a lot of the gaming industry is located in California. Like a lot of the media and stuff like that. It's like Seattle, California. Traditionally, like a lot of the big gaming media is on the West Coast. A lot of the whether Nintendo's over here, right? Sony has headquarters here. Microsoft, I think, is in Seattle, if I'm not correct. So if they're doing events, they're gonna do events when they're up and all that. So it's really based off of a lot of gaming places being here in California, or if they're not in California, some of them are like in Texas or like Austin or things like that. So it's just easier. Central Time's not the easiest to use, so they usually use Western Time on that. Now, if you use Eastern Time as a base or standard, people are gonna be like, oh, what about? They're gonna miss the event because we're 3 hours behind for a lot of the West Coast, right? Or they're 2 hours or 3 hours behind, depending on where you are. So they used West Coast time because, one, it's usually behind everyone. So even if you make a mistake, like they say, oh, it's gonna be at 6 a.m., PT, you'd be like, oh my gosh, it's 6 a.m. my time. You wake up by 6 a.m. your time. Chances are, it's not. Chances are you're somewhere where the time is ahead of that. So even if you mess up and mistake the time for your own, if you just say PT, you'll be good for the most part, right? So they usually just go with PT because that's people that are the farthest back. Now there is Hawaii, which is even further back. So Hawaii people, they got to be on point because if you miss it in Hawaii time, like you say it's 6 p.m., whatever, and then you wait for your time in Hawaii, you're going to miss the show. So, but outside of Hawaii and some of those islands, outside of that, pretty much everybody is ahead of PDT. So they like to use PDT and EST for that. That makes it to where most people can understand and catch the show, So yeah, that is my understanding of why they use that. But once again, a lot of they're here on the West Coast or they're here in the West, Shout outs to Zoo. Thank you for the $25. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for the big 25. You know the Hokage and stream. Anybody does 25 or more, you can be my man Zoo on the board. Yo, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that, guys. Shout outs for the donos, man. Help your boy buy a coffee this morning because I am actually exhausted and I'm probably going to have to stop by Starbucks to buy a coffee. Probably going to have to. I don't have any coffee here. Thank you for the big support. My man, Zoo Combo Breaks. Let's go. Shout outs, man. I appreciate that. Let's get the 40 on the board. Ayo. So yeah. Big love, though. Big love. Yeah, that's what you meant, Josh. Yeah, there you go. You meant that. Maybe the Eevee updates for these things this year of Eevee. Almost forgot. There's a Pokemon Direct. Yes, there's a Pokemon Direct. I'll be frank. I'm just biding time till Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition next month. So any news would be good at this point, bro. I'm not even playing video games. Like I'm so excited for Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. I don't even feel like playing anything else. Like I don't even feel like playing anything else at this point, which is hilarious. Which is very funny that I can't play anything else because I just want to play Xenoblade. I just want to play Xenoblade and ride off into the Nintendo Switch sunset till Switch 2. Because we're going to get Xenoblade, we're going to get Atelier, and then before you know it, it's going to be April 2nd, and there's going to be a lit Nintendo Direct, and we can finally get out of this slump that we've been in when it comes to games, and we can finally get some excitement back in the gaming industry because everybody says the night gen sucks. Everybody says every game sucks. New games come out, suck. Everything sucks. Everything's woke. Everything's this. Everything's that. It's trash right now. So we just need some new blood. We need some new content. We need some fresh vibes to liven up the place, to liven up the piece. So I'm excited for that. Hit that like button too, guys. So please hit that like button if you have not hit that like button. Yeah, Western games. Yeah, but we live here in the West. So it's like, it's unavoidable, right? It's unavoidable. So yeah, it's like we've got Ubisoft sending cease and desist letters to content creators. We got content creators suing, journalists suing content creators. We've got all sorts of just nonsense, complete stupidity that's happening over video games. And it's ridiculous. It's gotten to the point where it's so bad. It's so disingenuous with some people. It's to the point where I'm just like, whatever, Am I going to 100% complete Xenoblade Chronicles X? I'm not going to say that I am 100% going to do that. I don't know. I got to wait and see if I even want to 100%. I might not have the time. If I don't have the time, then I won't. But yeah, we'll see. Man, if I'm chilling in Hawaii and I'm worried about when I'm getting to the beach, I'm not random video games are announced. Well, I mean, listen, MNC. There are people who just live normally in Hawaii. It's not just for vacationing. I've been to Hawaii 2 times, and there are people that are just going about their day, going to work and school and other things. So yes, I understand if we were there, you're not worried about it. But for the normal residents, you know, they're you know, for the normal residents of Hawaii, which there are, yes, a lot of tourism there. Yes, a lot of people there that are not from there. But there are people there that just live there every single day, and they're not worried about going to the beach and all that every single time, and relax. They have their normal life to live like we live here, you know, or like you live where you're at, and like where I live, where I'm at. So yeah, they're very welcoming though. Shout outs to the Hawaiian people out there. Very welcoming. Never had a bad experience for the most part in Hawaii. It was very good. Hotels are good. Food's good. We went to a luau. Luau was dope. So yeah, shout outs to Hawaii. I need to go again. I need to go sometime soon. Let's see here. Early Bird Greg with the $5. Hey, what's up, Jacob Dressback? Welcome. This is pulled an all-nighter, and Loki forgot there was a Pokemon Presents today. You pulled an all-nighter, Greg? You pulled an all-nighter? Why would you pull an all-nighter? What happened? What were you doing? What were you doing? What's up, Dank? Welcome. Yes, sir. Hawaii is where it's at. Yes, Hawaii is fantastic. Man, I had a good time. I went there. It was cool. I went there in 2017. That trip wasn't, I mean, it was like, whatever. But I went there again in 2019 for my mom's birthday. And that trip was awesome. Like, I was there with my brother, my sisters, my brother, my mom. We all went. We had a good time. We went to the beach. We had a luau. I actually streamed. I streamed the Game Awards from there. So it was great. And then I went straight from there almost. I only had like a week or 2 back at home in California. And then I went to Nigeria like right after that, like pretty much like New Year's. So it was pretty crazy. Black Phantasm. What's up, Black Phantasm? Welcome. I'm doing good. How are you? PROT's Pokemon Home Showdown Battle Sim type of thing. Pokemon Home Showdown Battle type of sim thing. I don't think it was Pokemon Home. It was just a multiplayer Pokemon game that he teased. But I don't know about Pokemon Home Showdown Battle. I don't know about that. Unless he teased something new today. Outside of the Synapsis or whatever you're talking about, Baked Apple. Let's see here. What's up, OJ? Good morning. Nice shirt. Thank you. I appreciate that. Shout outs to Mrs. Essence for the shirt. She got me it because I wouldn't pick this shirt out. Not because I don't think it's a nice shirt. I just wouldn't pick it out. She'd probably spend she would spend the money on this type of shirt. I wouldn't. He said about an hour ago on Blue Sky. All right, let's take a look at Pyoro on Blue Sky. Let's do it. So for those who don't know, Pyoro is a Nintendo leaker that got outed the other day, but then decided to go back to what's it called? Doing stuff on Blue Sky. He switched over to Blue Sky. So I don't know where. Dang, I forgot what. I follow him, but I forgot what his name is. It's like a bunch of letters. Somebody give me his name for Pyoro on Blue Sky. I know it's like a bunch of freaking stupid letters. He doesn't go by Pyoro on there. Dang it. Somebody in the chat is following Pyoro on Blue Sky. Hold up. How do I see my followers on this freaking? Okay, here we go. Follower. No, not my followers. How do I see who I'm following? Okay, yeah, here we go. Never mind. I found it, guys. Never mind. Okay. So, Pyoro. Let's take a look. So, Pyoro that's the Synapsis, which we know about that. They resurrected that. And then he said, okay, so you can use a bunch of different trainers. Scar with the $5 dono. $5 us, yes. And he says, what's good, OJ? What did I miss? Time zone explanation. Music is dealer's choice. Yes, you definitely missed a time zone explanation. But it was justifiable because the guy was in Australia. So I get that. What's up, Monolith Soft Ninja? Welcome. So he's teasing that you can use a bunch of different trainers. And Pokemon Home. So is that where you got the Pokemon Home thing from? So you can import your Pokemon or something. You can import different Pokemon. And it says 3D battles rather than sprites. 3D battles rather than sprites. Okay, so it's going to be a brand new online competitive multiplayer game where you pick a master or a trainer and then like you use them to battle. You ride. It's going to be where you ride on top of the Pokemon or you're with the Pokemon and then you battle. That's what it's going to be. That's what it's like it's going to be. And it's going to be 3D, maybe ILCA and Game Freak teaming up for this one. That's what it looks like it's going to be. Okay. Interesting for sure. Interesting. Shout outs to Scar. Thank you for the $5. 50 on the board. Remember, if we get to 100, I'll see if I can do another stream today, guys. And if I don't, then hey, look, don't worry. We'll get the bonus streams like we always do. You guys know me. The show has a VOD where it starts. I wake up. I put it on. RGT said he's here. Okay, we already got the RGT reference. Dior already does the RGT reference at the beginning of the show. So if you do it, it's already been done. So yeah.
Valuable items.
Jacob Dressback with the gifted membership. Thank you so much, Jacob Dressback. Thank you for the gift. Appreciate that. Who got it though? MNC Llama got it. Yo, what's good? Yo, shout outs. What's good? How you doing today? Thank you for coming out to the stream. Appreciate it. I can't say your name, but thank you. I appreciate that. So let's see here. How many hours do we got left? I mean, it's right here on the stream. So the time is right there. It's less than an hour though. It's less than an hour before the show starts. So, but it's right there on stream. You guys, for those who are in different time zones, especially if you're in Europe, get used to PST and PDT. That'll be the homework. So for those, get used to that or use your phone. I mean, it's either one of those two. So yeah. What's up, Mike Prince? Welcome. What's up, Greninja? Or no, sorry. What's up, YouTube? It's not a PE stream without it. Well, Dior now just says RGT at the beginning of every single stream. So like, there's no point in doing it anymore. It's because he ruins it from the very beginning. You know. What's up? The Mango Man? What's up, Josh? Joshua says Ruby. Okay, let's get your predictions that are probably gonna all be wrong. Let's do that. So the Mango Man West Coast Gang, Dank Meme is here. Joshua says Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald for NSO. Yep. People have been predicting NSO games for the longest time, and the Pokemon Company was like, how about a mobile game? It's like, can we get Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow? How about Pokemon the trading card game? Can we get Pokemon, Coliseum? How about Pokemon Puzzle League? Can we get Pokemon remakes? Like Gold and Silver. Oh, how about Gold and Silver? How about Pokemon Stadium 2 on the NSO app? Good enough? How about, whatever? How about Pokemon the trading card game, super cool Generation 1 re-release or something? I don't know. It's always something different than what you asked for. So if you ask for something, you should ask for something not good, and then it'll like reverse jinx it. So like, yeah, can we get like another mobile game, right? Like another like weird mobile game, like Pokemon Eat instead of Pokemon Sleep. So then that will offset it and then give us actually something that we want. So stop asking for the stuff that we know that we're not gonna get because you're jinxing it every single time. Nah, we're getting Greninja for Tekken 8. Greninja for Tekken 8 might actually make me play Tekken 8. So that's pretty cool. It might actually make me play it. So yeah. Pokemon taxes. Speaking of the woke, just like every other Nintendo games, these grifters bash Pokemon being woke. Nobody cares, Minato Mario. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet sold, it's going on 26, 27 million. Nobody cares. Let's see here. Happy Pokemon Day. I'm gonna Squirtle on some Jiggly buffs later. I don't know what that means, but sure. Let's see here. Can we get Pokemon taxes? I mean, they tax us for almost everything else that we do. So yeah, sure. I mean, that's probably something that's in the works. Yeah, that's definitely in the works. I think we'll get Pokemon separate app for older Pokemon games on NSO app for like the higher tier red, blue, and yellow, etc. I don't know why they would do that, but okay. Let's see. There's money to be made with their mainline games. If anything, they'll be more inclined to do more Let's Go style releases, considering they can control the manipulation data of Pokemon. Yeah, maybe. So yeah, I don't know how people can be so lazy with something as convenient as a phone to convert time. It's one of those things people just aren't really paying attention. That's what I realized from my deep analysis of doing streaming for. I'm going on 10 years since 20. I've been streaming for more than 10 years, but in terms of consistently streaming since 2017, 2018. And it's really just more of like, I don't really want to, just tell me, you know, it's not even really like, it's just, it doesn't bother. It's like, I'm not in that time zone and I'll ask as many times as there's an event. There's not events every single day, so it's not enough for me to learn it because there's only events like, we only have big events like what, maybe 4 or 5 times. I mean, we have a few Pokemon, we have a few Xbox shows, a few Nintendo shows, a few Sony shows. So there's probably like about 5 to 6 events that they actually need to know the time difference to know. So they just ask every time. It's not that is my analysis from my research on why. You know, then again, it's a different time period. When I was a kid, you had to know time zones because we did not we didn't have the internet like that. So when they said time zones, you would need to know, like, we learned it in school. Like, we learned it. we learned a lot about time zone. Like, they put a blank map in front of you, and they'd make you write the time zone in for the West Coast, the Middle, the East Coast, Hawaii, Australia, freaking Russia, Europe, UK. I'd have to write the time zones in. So we learned that in social studies. But I guess that's not taught anymore. That's not taught anymore. Let's see here. I can't be the only one keeping my expectations very low. You are definitely not the only one keeping your expectations very low. See, now you don't got to worry about knowing time zones because a phone will tell you the time. So there's no point, I guess, in teaching kids time zones when the internet can do it. Now, remember, I was raised before the internet. Well, I was raised before the commercial user internet. Internet's been around since if not the 60s? Was it UCLA? I forgot exactly what day the internet was born, but it was like for like universities. But yeah, like before the commercial internet. I was alive well before the commercial internet was around. So yeah, let me see. I'm interested. When was the internet invented? 1969. Oh, I'm good with my history. There we go. 1969. Well, 61, introduction of the packet switching concept. 69, the ARPAN is it ARPANET? I probably said that wrong. ARPANET. So ARPNet, ARPANet, ARPANET. 71 was the invention of email. 83 was the invention of the DNS, so the introduction of the domain name system. Ooh, that's important. 1990 was the invention of the World Wide Web, though. So that's like what the basics of what we have right now, right? The bones, the structure. Well, not that structure. I'd say the bones is like the starting, the foundation. And then 95 is the commercialized. There we go. I remember Net Zero was commercialization of the internet where you can buy, or it was actually free, but I think you can get like a Net Zero premium. I think AOL came over a little bit after that, but yeah, man, they really took their time, huh? 67, they really took 30 years. God dang, they really took 30 years to commercialize it, huh? They took their sweet time, man. I'm telling you, the world works in mysterious ways. Andre Wine with the $5 dono.
Player Essence is so old he remembers working in the fields. Much love, OJ. Hoping you stream for another 100 years.
It's wrong, but it's funny at the same time. It's wrong, but it's funny. I am old though. I am old. Shout outs. Thank you for the $5, Mr. Wine. Appreciate that. What makes you wonder why the early PS2 games had the internet type of feeling? Had that internet type of feeling? What are you talking about? Hey OJ, is it just me or the golden age of Pokemon was when it was top-down graphics like the original games? I guess. I mean, you can. Some people say the golden age would be like, so like the DS era. I think a lot of people will think that's probably like the best era of games because you got Gold and Silver. Excuse me. You got Gold and Silver remake. You got Diamond and Pearl, Black and White, Black and White 2. Those are considered the best Pokemon games by many, many, many people. So yeah, I'd probably say like that would be like the golden era for a lot of Pokemon fans. So, let's see. For instance, Final Fantasy X startup main menu. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I think we are getting the classic Pokemon games on NSO because Nintendo really wants to sell them again in multiple collections at full price. I think we aren't because Nintendo. Well, that'd be the Pokemon company. That would probably decide how those games are distributed because it's a collaboration, so they all have a say in it. They all own, I think it's like 30%, or it's even actually more. It's not as easy as that, but when and where and how Pokemon games come out is definitely a collaboration between Game Freak, Nintendo, and the Pokemon companies. So it's not just Nintendo deciding when and how to sell them and all that. So just keep that in mind, guys. Everything's not up to just Nintendo deciding, hey, we want this right now. That's not how it works. Let's see here. Platinum, Black, White exists. Yes, yeah, that'd probably be like the golden era. But yeah, that era was interesting. It was fun. It was good stuff. Let's see here. It starts at 6 a.m. PT, my man. 6 a.m. PT, 9 a.m. Eastern. So there you go. That's what time it starts. It's right there on the screen. I'm guessing Pokemon Direct announced a Pokemon version of Alarmo compatible with Pokemon Sleep app. That'd be interesting. Let's see here. No, the golden era was clearly Gen 2 because Pokemon Gold. Duh. Well, what about Heart Gold, Soul Silver? Those were in the DS era. So what about that one? And Heart Gold, Soul Silver is definitely better than Gold and Silver. Like that's not even a question. Heart Gold and Soul Silver are better than the original games. So yeah. Do you remember MSN Messenger? Yeah, I remember all the messenger. AOL Messenger, MSN Messenger. I remember all sorts of chat boards. Game Revolution had a chat board where you'd go talk in the early 2000s. But yeah, even before that, like AOL and stuff like that. So the DS ones were amazing as well. They just lost it with the 3D nonsense. Yeah, I mean, I agree and I disagree. I think that Pokemon Legends is awesome. Most people that say like all the 3D games suck, they probably haven't played Pokemon Legends. I can understand like the criticisms like with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and I share a lot of those. Or like Sword and Shield, I share a lot of those. I mean, I guess if you're counting like X and Y as 3D, I don't know if you're counting X and Y as 3D, but I mean X and Y is not bad. It's good. X and Y is okay. I mean, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, it's a remake, so I mean, I guess that's good. But yeah, Sun and Moon, some people like those, some people don't. And obviously like Sword and Shield, like I get that. Scarlet and Violet, I like Scarlet and Violet. I think it's good, but with major issues. But Pokemon Legends to me is awesome. I love Pokemon Legends. But yeah, overall, like absolutely, we're not as good as the DS games. But yeah. Did you play any of the games, Kevin? Gameplay is goated for Legends and even Scarlet, Violet and Violet. First person I know that says Violet first. Most people say Scarlet and Violet, so it tripped me up. Violet and Scarlet. Graphics performance, on the other hand, yeah. Gameplay for Legends and gameplay is great for Scarlet and Violet. Gameplay is good, but the problem is that what inhibits the gameplay is the frame rate at times, and obviously the graphics aren't the best, but that's not as big of a deal. But yeah, the frame rate's not great. Like when you're not in battles. When you're in battles, or if you're just a competitive battler, Scarlet and Violet is absolutely incredible. Or if you're just doing like the raid battles, Scarlet and Violet's incredible. It's fantastic because the frame rate's fine. There's no frame rate problems at all when you're just battling like other trainers. Like if you're playing online or if you're playing Raid battles, it's perfectly fine. So that's why there's such a, to be honest, that's why there's such a big, I would say, discrepancy between people, what they think about it, because there are people that play competitively, people that play like hardcore, and those people that don't, you know, that just play the single player, and that's it. X and Y is good for what it brought to the series. Mega Evolution feeling is somewhat, they've been chasing the Dynamaxing and terraforming. Yeah, I agree. Mega so unbalanced. Terra is amazing for competitive. SMV were good, very good overall. Yeah, like I said, the only issue is just like the frame rate. Really, the only issue is just like the frame rate stuff. That's really what it is. Graphic stuff, it's like whatever. But like frame rate would be the only issue. But once again, if you're playing competitive, like you don't have any frame rate issues at all. But so yeah, but I get it for sure. Like I actually had so many issues with Scarlet and Violet. I played Scarlet, or was it my? Oh, I played Violet. I had so many issues that I had to like not explore area, like in like the around like the water places, like some of the big open you know world water places, dude. Like the water plus the Pokemon all around would just tank the frame rate. I had to just leave that area. I'm like, okay, I'm just not gonna catch Pokemon in this area. I'm just gonna leave this area because this area is just it's just messing up. So shout outs to Doom Games. Thank you for the gifted membership. I appreciate that. Thank you, Doom Games. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you have not hit that like button. And of course, if you want to get yourself some exclusive emotes, you can become a member as well. !member in the chat. Get you guys a membership. It's only $1 to join up. And I appreciate everybody that does support the channel. Thank you. Yep, I am up early because it starts at 6 a.m. my time. How glitchy was the water? It tanked the frame rate down to probably in the teens. Like 15 to 20 frames maybe, depending on like the situation. Like it was pretty bad. Now everybody's game, I guess some people didn't have that issue. I don't know. But I tried everything to make it work. Like I put the game on the actual memory on my Switch. You know, I restarted it to see if it was a memory leak, and nothing would really I mean, it might get a little bit better if I restarted the game, but that might have just been, you know, I don't know, not really. So I had to just leave the area, and I ended up just doing the thing that I had to do in that area and then just leaving, you know. I wanted to explore and go around and see all the different water Pokemon and all that, but nah, the frame rate was just tanking, so I had to leave. And yes, the story in Scarlet and Violet's pretty good. Yes, Hero of Anime, I agree. The story's it's the most fun and the best story that I've played in a Pokemon game since the DS days. So that was good. I like that as well. But yeah, the frame rate was not good. The Bird teased competitive games. It seems official Pokemon Showdown type of thing, perhaps. Yeah, he did. We went over it before you got here. Yeah, it looks like there's going to be a new online multiplayer Pokemon game on Switch and on mobile. So it's going to be like Pokemon Unite. It's going to play like Pokemon Unite, but obviously, you know, it's going to be a competitive multiplayer game like Pokemon Unite. So, competitive team-based multiplayer game, it seems. And it's only 19 minutes. Some people are like, oh, it's only 19 minutes. I'm like, good, it's only 19 minutes. Because the longer you make it, the more expectations people have. And they're just going to be upset. I don't recall a single Pokemon Presents where people were actually, like, excited about it. I mean, outside of maybe the one where they announced, even Pokemon Legends when they announced that one. So, new Pokemon game for Switch 2. No, they're not going to announce any Switch 2 stuff here. Probably not. 19 minutes is good. Longest Pokemon Presents was 25. Yeah, they're all right around 20 minutes. So, but people forget things as soon as they're told something. So, but yeah, the Pokemon Presents are usually around 20 minutes long. Some of them have even been shorter. Sup, Joseph? Yeah, it's early. We're gonna, the show's about to start in about 30 minutes, so it's gonna be a good show. Yeah, last year's Presents was 13 minutes, and it needed to be, because last year they had nothing. So, last year, I don't recall anything that they had. I mean, it was just mobile game updates, right? And just Pokemon card game. I think it was like the Pokemon card mobile game. And yeah, well, there was really nothing last year, which they didn't release anything. So, yeah. Says that's crazy because other open zone games like Xenoblade and Zelda run on Switch run fine stable rates. Yeah, because those games actually had time to be created. Those games actually had time, and at the time that those were created, way bigger development studios too. Time, like Dank said, 5, 6 years. I mean, Tears of the Kingdom took 6 years to make, or Breath of the Wild took. Oof, they started working on Breath of the Wild, I think, shortly after Skyward Sword came out, if I'm not correct. Yeah, so shortly after, and that launched in 2017. So they get a half decade to make games. Let's see here. Corey says, I want to see Pokemon emulators for Switch. Pokemon emulators? Why would Nintendo... You mean like the old games, the classic games on the Switch? Is that what you mean? So yeah. Listen, Pokemon is a children's franchise, Dave. That's a weird joke to make. That is a really weird joke to make. Do we have to call the FBI over here? Yo, what's going on? That is a children's franchise, my man. Why would you make that joke? You gonna hop on Monster Wilds, OJ? I mean, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Probably. I might buy it. I might not. I think I'm gonna buy it. I just don't know right now. I'm really busy. I got so much other stuff that I'm doing right now. Got so much other stuff that I'm doing right now. Imagine Monolith making one Pokemon game. It would take them too long. And also, Monolith has no experience making multiplayer, like making like a massive like competitive multiplayer. So there would definitely be challenges. Let's see here. I think Skyward Sword is when Breath of the Wild was started early development. Yeah, so they started making Breath of the Wild like right after Skyward Sword. So yeah. Nobody mentioned Battle Revolution. Battle Revolution is just like that's just the game from the Wii, right? That's just like it's like Pokemon Stadium. It's like you can I remember I played that game a lot. That was the Diamond and Pearl Pokemon. You just take your Pokemon and battle online if you want on your Wii. I'm from the original Pokemon era, man. I'd love to see Heart Gold, Soul Silver in any form. Yeah, that'd be good. I was there from the very beginning. So I remember Pokemon when it first started invading the US. It was crazy. It was great. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was made by 60 people in a short time. Gave you to get their ish together. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 had a lot of... Oh my god, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 launched with all sorts of issues and zero multiplayer. Do you not remember how Xenoblade Chronicles 2 launched? Xenoblade Chronicles 2 launched with frame rate issues, memory leak problems, all sorts of no quality of life features, glitches, bugs, issues. I mean, it's a great game and it looks beautiful in terms of everything. But the launch was rough, and then they needed months and months and months to patch it. It feels like a game that was made by 40 people and rushed out the door. And by the way, there's zero multiplayer in the game. So you don't have to worry about balancing and fighting online and all that. So I think people romanticize Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but they don't remember exactly what happened when that game launched. Let's see here. Hey, top of the morning, Joey. Welcome. Honestly, I just want better animations for Pokemon games. The static mesh Pokemon used during is a huge turnoff for me. Yeah, that's gonna be tough just because there's so many Pokemon. So I don't know how they're gonna be able. I mean, better animations definitely would be a good thing for sure, 100%. But the more Pokemon you have, the more animations you have to do, and then it's gonna look weird for some Pokemon because they have different sized limbs and all that. But yeah, I hope they definitely improve it. But it's almost one of those things. It's like, how do you fix like how do you fix it? It's tough because there's like a million Pokemon, and then having to animate each one of them, you have to put static animations, otherwise you'll be doing animations for 10 years because there's hundreds and hundreds of Pokemon. Let's see here. Damn, that means I won't have a good experience with Xenoblade Chronicles from the cartridge unless I update the game. You need to update the game. If you don't update the game, the experience is it's okay, it's playable, but you miss out on a lot of quality of life updates. So yes, you would need to update the game. But if you buy a newer cartridge, I'm guessing they already have the update on there. It could be an updated cartridge. I'm not 100% sure, don't quote me on it, but it could have some or all of the updates on the newer cartridges. But if you bought the cartridge a while ago, then yeah, you'd have to update it. Let's see here. Cut down the Pokemon count like they always do. They should definitely not cut down the Pokemon count. Remember how well that went with the Dex thing or whatever? That's definitely not a good idea to do. Start cutting out Pokemon. That also limits the online multiplayer too. The less Pokemon you have, the less strategies that you can do. So that's also a bad idea. Xenoblade 3 is a better game overall in my opinion than Xenoblade 2. But what does it matter? Have you played Xenoblade 1, Lenny? Let's see here. Plus, Monolith Soft has different divisions in the studio. If you think one of Monolith Soft's auxiliary divisions can create a Pokemon game, you guys have some type of superhero crazy vision of what Monolith Soft is. If you think one of their auxiliary teams that helps out with support with Animal Crossing can be given a Pokemon game and make one in a reasonable amount of time and it be good, you guys are some of you guys have no idea. You guys have no idea about game design. If you really think a satellite team of Monolith Soft can create a Pokemon game. Shout outs to Matt W. Thank you for the Jonin tier pledge. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. And there's a lot of Pokemon, but there's also a huge amount of experienced studios working with Nintendo. No expert on creators, so I have no idea. Yeah, it's all good, Andre. Definitely battle animation, increase, making that better would definitely be a good thing. But they have to tie animations to certain moves. You know, they can't tie it to the Pokemon. I mean, they can. You could make it oh, these group of Pokemon do the move kind of like this. But it's one of those really weird things that's just they got to improve on it. Definitely, they need to improve. But it's also hard because of how many Pokemon there are and how different each Pokemon looks. Imagine having to animate, I don't know, Whale Lord. He's a big old freaking stupid whale. He doesn't have arms and legs like Hitmonchan, right? So doing a punch animation for Hitmonchan, let's say, I don't know, Mega Punch or whatever, right? That's going to be completely different. You're not going to have the same animations for Hitmonchan or Hitmonlee, who, doing that compared to Whale Lord or compared to I don't know, Togepi. And I know not all these Pokemon learn the moves, but you guys see what I'm saying, right? Pokemon have different shapes and sizes and all sorts of stuff. So no matter what, it's going to look a little bit awkward or weird. Let's see. Xenoblade 3 is the, let's see here. It's all good, Andre. Xenoblade 3 is the best in the franchise to me. The gameplay in 2 feels better when pulling off big numbers. Yeah, sure. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 cartridge 1.01, current patch is 1.4. Yeah, you gotta update. What's with the Whale Lord hate? I don't hate Whale Lord, guys. I'm just saying, Whale Lord doing a Mega Punch it's like a big old Whale Lord, right? That'd look weird trying to animate that compared to animating if you're trying to have cool animations for I don't know, Hitmonchan or Hitmonlee. Very different than having to have animations for Whale Lord or for Pokemon that don't have arms or for Pokemon that are really tiny or Pokemon that are really big, right? There's so many different sizes of Pokemon. But no, there's nothing wrong with Whale Lord, guys. Whale Lord's cool. And thank you, Matt, for becoming a member. I appreciate the Jonin tier membership, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's go. Whale Lord gang. We got the Whale Lord groupies over here. Whale Lord groupies how dare you talk about my Whale Lord? Shout outs, Vice. I appreciate you, though. I just want Z to be good. So many Pokemon games have been rushed through the door. I hope 2025 is going to give them some time, a little polish. Well, did you play Pokemon Legends, Common? So, if you played Pokemon Legends, it's literally the follow-up to Pokemon Legends. So... Okay, so Monolith Soft, second team production assistant working Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom with 50 people. Yeah. So how does that make your point, Kevin? So you think 50 people can make a fully fledged Pokemon game in 2-3 years and it run good and all of that because they helped out as a development satellite for Breath of the Wild? Where's your point? What point do you have? They helped out as auxiliary They're still the Zelda team. The Zelda team still did most of the heavy lifting. It wasn't It's not Monolith Soft's game. They were helping out. You guys have this crazy thing with Monolith Soft where you guys think that since they helped out with Animal Crossing or Breath of the Wild, like they did all the work. They did not. They're still the Zelda team that does most of the work, and then Monolith Soft comes in and helps out with things. But they are not the main developer. They're not the ones who freaking made Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. I don't understand how does that make your point that they helped out with Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, and so what? They didn't create the whole thing. That's just 50 people. How does that make your point? Darren Sledge, you really took the time to go research that. One, you didn't know beforehand. That's the funny thing, yet you're talking. So that's the hilarious thing, is that you didn't know, but yet you're talking. And the second thing, that you brought nothing that actually proved what you were saying was right. Okay, shout outs though. Darren Sledger, the 56 months with the Ambu tier says, "Good morning, OJ. So to the village. Listen, I would love for them to. I know Game Freak, they need to do better. I'm saying that, but let's just stop making up stuff about Monolith Soft's auxiliary teams that they can somehow create some type of incredible Pokemon game out of nowhere. Like this, let's just not be ridiculous. Shout outs to the village. Can I get Baron Jump Force meme? Baron Jump Force meme only happens when somebody drops a 40 piece. It's got to be 40 exactly. That's the only way that the meme gets played, my man Darren. So I can't activate it unless that. So yeah, that's how it gets activated. I don't have it mapped to anything right here. And Streamlabs completely changed their what's it called? Their testing and all that. It's super weird. It used to be one way where I can go in and look at some tests and stuff, but the way that they've done it now, it's super weird. Let's see here. A small team of Monolith helped Zelda devs design the map and optimize the game. Yeah, auxiliary. They didn't create the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? They didn't create the whole thing. Let's see here. To be fair, have you seen how good they did with Xenoblade Chronicles X players since? No, I have no idea what they did with Xenoblade Chronicles X. I have no idea what they do. Did they create a multiplayer Pokemon game with Xenoblade Chronicles X? You think ZA is based on X and Y and they have AZ and XY because it was like 700 years ago or something? I don't know about that, but yes, ZA is based on X and Y. I do know, yes, that is it. And I know Andre's trolling me with that one. I know he's trolling me. Says, I'm glazing Game Freak like crazy. I'm not glazing anything. I'm just dispelling the stupidity that some of you guys do. Some of you guys are absolutely insane with how you guys think games are made. I already said Game Freak should do better, and I'm very logical when it comes down to it. I give criticism when criticism is done. Nobody's glazing. You're only thinking about the D for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe you think I'm cute or something. That's what you think about glazing or something like that, but nobody's doing that. The problem is that any of you guys hear anything logical when it comes to it, or anything slightly like, okay, well, here's this. You guys think, oh my God, it's against what I say with Pokemon. No, he's glazing. You guys, some of y'all go nuts. So nobody's glazing anything. Go glaze your mom, weirdo. Let's see here. Glaze your mom. I'm being logical. When people come in and say, Monolith Soft can come in and make a game. No, they can't. Monolith Soft's auxiliary team cannot come in and make a Pokemon game. They can't. Their side team that helps out with Animal Crossing cannot come in. That's not glazing. That's being honest. When people say that, oh, well, what about Xenoblade Chronicles 2? That game launched with a bunch of glitches and problems too. They had a small team that made that game, and look at what happened with no multiplayer. So I'm being honest with you guys. If you want to call honest glazing, like I said, go glaze your mom, you know? So, like, that game launched with a bunch of issues. And apparently everyone forgot that when they had a small team making a game in a very short amount of time, that the game launched with all sorts of issues and problems and graphics and all sorts of that. So, I'm being fair, just because you guys like to forget history when it comes to Monolith Soft. You know? So y'all all of a sudden, Monolith Soft, they created Xenoblade Chronicles 2 in 2 years and it was perfect. No, it wasn't. They created it in 2 years and it had frame rate issues, it had graphics issues, it had resolution issues, it had quality of life issues, and they needed a half year to patch it. And they needed a half year to patch the game. That's not glazed, dude. That's just being honest. Let's see here. So yeah, it's all good though. I'm not going back and forth with you, man. Just get out of my stream. 24 hours. So yeah. And he's pushing 40 and you watching someone pushing that. I'm 50, actually. I actually turned 50 this year. You got 51. I'll be 51 in April. So you were 10 years off. Now go, like I said, now go glaze your mom. So yeah. This man's how do you start the insult then get mad when I respond to you? Freaking stupid. I hate guys like you. Y'all come here, say something, I say something back, then you get mad. Like, well, how dare you insult me? So you were off by 10 years, homie. That's how much better I look than you. Gabrick does need a page off the open world playbook from either Zelda team or Monolith though. Sure, and I have no problem with that. The only issue that I'm saying is that when people say that they can just, Monolith Soft can just make a Pokemon game. I don't agree that Monolith Soft's auxiliary team can just make a Pokemon game. And then you say, well, why? Look at Xenoblade. Well, did you see what happened when they had a small team that made Xenoblade Chronicles 2? Look at what happened at launch. So I'm just being honest. You guys like to romanticize some things and rewrite history. And I'm telling you, well, no, they had a ton of issues at launch and no multiplayer. Pokemon needs multiplayer. So that's all I'm saying is like, that was what happened. That was the truth. Okay. So that was the truth. Let's see here. Nintendo Life knows more about Monolith Soft dev team. Nintendo Life owns Monolith Soft. They own Monolith Soft. Music guy, thank you for the tune in tier pledge. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Appreciate the tune in tier. $20 donor for OJ to glaze that guy's mom on stream. I'm not glazing nothing. Not glazing nothing. Y'all want me to be honest. I was critical when I need to. I said, man, Scarlet and Violet, bro, that frame rate was a problem. The graphics was a problem. I'm critical. I said that today. So I don't know what this guy's talking about. I'm just not going to sit here and take this fantasy that some of you guys have with Monolith Soft being able to come in, having no experience making Pokemon games, having no experience making multiplayer, then all of a sudden they could make a full multiplayer game. And by the way, when they need time, they need like 6 years, 5-6 years to make a game. If it's Monolith Soft's dev team 1, nobody's gonna get 5 or 6 years to make a Pokemon game. That's not happening. You ain't getting 5 or 6 years to make that. I'm not going. How am I being unreasonable? Pokemon had problems at launch too. I never said it didn't. I never said it didn't. So where am I being unreasonable at? Multiplayer doesn't make it impossible. Multiplayer makes it considerably more difficult to have a game. If you launch a game with and without multiplayer, that cuts back maybe years of development time. If a game simply just has single player, you can get a single player game out way faster than you can get a multiplayer game out. And depends on how in-depth your multiplayer game is. Pokemon, for example, is very in-depth because it has trading, it has battling, and it has balance. So these are, and it has thousands of combinations and moves. So yes, that absolutely makes it a lot different. I don't know if you've ever talked to any developers that make multiplayer and single player, and why. Think about it for a second now. Why are we getting so many games in today's day that only has multiplayer or single player? Why don't we get games in today's day that have multiplayer and single player all wrapped up and they're both good? A lot of games today just come out and they're just multiplayer and they don't even have single player modes. Look at a lot of today's multiplayer games because it takes way longer to actually make a single player campaign and a multiplayer campaign. Shout outs to The World with the 5.
We need to hire CD Projekt Red to work on Pokemon.
CD Projekt
Red. Porters to the Switch.
CD Projekt Red. Yeah, shout outs. So yeah. Um, you guys are all developers here, so I guess you guys are all saying they should hire Monolith Soft. Sure, okay, they should do that. Sure. It's a nice shirt. Let's see. You got me over here feeling like I need to step it up. Shout outs to Mrs. Essence. If Monolith had a bigger team, they could do everything Game can. If Monolith had a bigger team, okay. Let's see here. Why you moved the goalpost, OJ? How did I move the goalpost? You guys are acting crazy. I forgot how crazy Pokemon gets people to the internet. You know what? I should expect this. I forgot how crazy Pokemon. Everyone turns into developer. Everyone knows how to make games. I forgot how crazy some of y'all get with Pokemon. I should just say, okay, whatever you guys say with development, I'm not, my 30 plus years and my thousands of I would say manpower and time talking to developers and all that doesn't matter. You guys know a lot. So you guys tell me how everything is. My experience in talking to developers, my experience knowing developers and interviewing them and going to hanging out in some studios and kind of knowing different things. I don't know what I'm talking about. You guys let me know. Y'all know how to develop it. So there you go. Bro, there's no excuse. I never made any excuse for anything. That's the problem. You guys think that I'm making an excuse for something, yet I have not made an excuse for anything. I've literally acknowledged any issue that you guys are saying. The only thing that I said is this thing that Monosoft can come in and just make a game out of nowhere and it can be efficient and be done in like a couple of years or something. Like, no, I just disagreed with that. And then all of a sudden it went from that to glazing because I disagreed that Monolith Soft with the satellite studio can make a Pokemon game. Because I disagreed with that. And that's where it got into glazing. 7Dio with the $1.99 and says, morning OJ, please play favorite Pokemon 2. They're playing right now. So yeah. You're definitely right. These people don't know anything on software dev. It's literally impossible to release a software game without issues. All this stuff isn't perfect. No, I'm saying that there should be stuff to where they release a game and it's better for sure. I've said that many times. But like I said, I don't think that it's just something to where you could just get somebody that makes something else, and all of a sudden they can make it no problem. Like, or it's just easy. They can make it in 2-3 years. I disagree with that. That's all I said. And then that got people upset that I said that. That got people upset that I said that. So, many YouTubers just say Microsoft needs to mainline Pokemon games, not Game Freak. That's why I keep saying about. Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of just other people say it, or they just see their games that they helped out with Zelda, or they helped out with this, and they think that they can just make one, or if you just hire them, they can just make it, But the problem is the time. They're talking about games that were made over the course of like years, like 6, 7, like 5, 6 years for a lot of the games. So, let's see here. Yeah, pay $70 for Scarlet Nova. Runs worse than a mobile game. That's fair. Who's saying that? Rude Nevis. Who said that? First of all, Scarlet Nova is $60. It's not $70. That's the first problem. The problem is that the game it's $60. Okay. And the next problem is who said that? Who said that? Nobody said that. Nobody said it's okay or it's not a problem. I think some of you guys are just dumb. I think some of you guys are just literally dumb. So I'm not gonna really worry about it. Some of you guys are just dumb. Nevis guy, you're just dumb. Nobody said that. Darius signs the $10. Says my good brother OJ got the polo, so I already know what that means. Prayers for everything goes in your favor, bro. Oh, everything's good. Everything's good. This is just a secondary thing. Darius, I can DM you later. This is just a secondary thing. Your boy's kind of getting a bit of extra tax for no reason on top. I'm like, bro, why are they charging me so much? So I'm going there to kind of, maybe get a little bit of a reduction. They charging me way too much, bro. I don't understand why I'm paying so much for it. Shout outs to
You gonna be on Spawncast?
Yeah, I hope I'm gonna be on the Spawncast again this week. Yeah, I hope so. Shout outs though. Thank you, Jeff, for talking with the $10 dono as well. Let's go. Shout outs, man. Music says Pikachu surprise. It's your boy AZ, Poke and Lamar. I don't know what that means, but thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. I know, like, they're just making up imaginary. That reminds me of the grifters and like people that get mad. Like, they just make up stuff to be mad at. Every single day, there's a new thing with the grifting channels with grifters. Every single day, Dragon Age Inquisition there's this. Every single day, bombshell, insider explosion. This game is soup. Like, y'all just making up stuff to be mad at me about. Y'all taking out your anger with Pokemon on me. And that's hilarious. I think that's what's going on here. Y'all need somebody to take your anger out, and y'all taking it out on me because I'm just being normal and logical and like, oh well, hey, here's this and this. So some of y'all just making up stuff to be mad about. I never said any of that. We got prices wrong. Nobody said any of this stuff. Some of these dudes getting mad about. I didn't defend that or say anything. So anyway, the Spawncast last week was so much better with you on it. I did hear people say that the Spawncast was better because I was on it. I did hear people say that. I'm glad. Some people said that they didn't like me being on the Spawncast, so there was also that. So yeah, either way, I'm glad I was there. Shout outs to Darius. Shout outs to Jeffrey Tucker. Shout outs to Music Guy. Shout outs to you guys. Appreciate the donos. Appreciate it. Grifters are pathetic. Like I said, some people just like to farm the outrage. I don't know, bro. I don't know what I did, but either way. Cyber Taurus with the $10 says Thursday morning. Jojo, let's go. Shout outs, man. Appreciate that. Let's get it. Thank you for the support. That's my counter's going crazy. Let's go. Christopher Lenton. Shout outs to Christopher Lenton. I'm only tuned in because you came back. Yo, let's go. Thank you guys for the support today. All right, I'll have to stream again later. You guys somehow we hit the 100 combo count before. I didn't think I was like, yo, we ain't gonna hit the 100, so I don't gotta stream again. I will find the power to stream again. I will find the power. How many generations of future do you think before we get voice acting in a mainline Pokemon game? I think voice acting will be in a mainline Pokemon game next gen. next gen. So yeah. OJ, listen to Kendrick Lamar, Peekaboo. You'll get it. I don't know if I can listen to anything Kendrick Lamar on stream because okay, I'll get it. Okay, so I listen to it on my own. Okay, I'll do that. I'll listen to it on my own. I can't listen to it on stream though, because I don't want to get the copyright. You know what I'm saying? Monolith Soft is not helping Game Freak with graphics, guys. Monolith Soft, they're not helping them with graphics. Yo, no, not on stream. Okay, got you. All right, we're gonna move over to the Pokemon Presents. It's starting up right now. All right, so we're gonna move over to that. ZA could have voice acting. ZA could have voice acting. It could. I don't know if it will, but it could. But I don't think so. The last one, Legends, didn't. So I don't think this one is. Spawncast isn't the same, OJ, without OJ calling out the stupidity people say. Or people saying that I say stupid stuff. Either one of those two. People say this Monolith Soft can be the savior of Pokemon games. Most people didn't even know what's going on with them. With Monolith Soft, they just think because they help. They look at Zelda, look at Xenoblade. That's all they think. So I just disagree that you can just get them and all of a sudden everything's great. Like I just disagree with that because you would need time. That's the problem. Like you would need time. You need time. That's what the biggest thing is. Time. Time is the problem. Problem is time. You need more time. So that's something that they need to work out. Monolith Soft ain't gonna be able to make some type of miracle work and everything run great in 2 years or 3 years if they got no time to make the game. So I just disagree with that. That's it. Not that it can't be better. Sure, they need to make it be better, but I disagree that Monolith Soft is some type of savior for Pokemon. They don't make Pokemon games. They make single player RPGs. That's what they're good at. So yeah. This man really came here on a sock account.
Hello everyone, I'm Ishihara from the Pokémon Company. Today, February 27, is Pokémon Day. This is the date the Pokémon Red and Pokémon Green games were first released in Japan, marking the beginning of the Pokémon series. It's been 29 years since the birth of Pokémon, and we've reached this milestone through the support of all you trainers around the world. Thanks to all of you, it's now possible to enjoy Pokémon each day in a variety of ways. We hope to keep bringing you new experiences to brighten your day-to-day lives with Pokémon. In today's broadcast, we'll be sharing all the latest news about Pokémon, including our newest titles. Please enjoy the presentation.
It's the Netflix series Pokémon Concierge. Taking place at the Pokémon Resort on a tropical island, the story follows Haru, who is still finding her feet as a new concierge, and Psyduck as they grow together through their interactions with the resort's Pokémon guests. Its charm lies in the warm visuals that can be achieved only through stop-motion animation. And new episodes of Pokémon Concierge are in production. They are slated for release in September 2025. What sort of Pokémon will Haru and Psyduck welcome as guests next? Take a first look at a few of the Pokémon they will meet in this motion test footage. Just look at the personality and how they move. But there's more. For a limited time, the first 4 episodes are available to watch on Pokémon's official YouTube channel for free. Please take this chance to watch them if you haven't been able to tune in to Pokémon Concierge yet. And we hope you look forward to the new episodes as well.
Hello everyone, I'm Utsunomiya from the Pokémon Company. Next, we have a number of other announcements to share with you.
In Pokémon Go Tour Unova Global will take place on March 1st and March 2nd. This event can be enjoyed at no cost from anywhere in the world where Pokémon Go is available. During the event, the legendary Pokémon Black Kyurem and White Kyurem will appear in raid battles and elsewhere. Also, trainers will soon have a chance to encounter Victini and Shiny Meloetta. We'll also share promo codes for everyone to enjoy. We hope you're looking forward to the new Season 2.
Oh, what's this about?
Let's ride this wave. Surf's up.
Was that Pokemon Masters?
We're heating up.
Okay, yeah, it's Masters. Never mind. I thought it was the new thing.
Pokemon Masters, yes.
I thought it was that new game. Banish the nightmare by sleeping.
Remote Stadium will be returning to ranked matches. Enjoy intense battles
Did it
in the
leave?
unforgettable remote stadium. A new type of battle is also arriving, called First to 500. In it, a new feature called AOS technology allows you to gain special effects when you score a certain number of points. Plus, look forward to an updated map with updated wild Pokemon. The win condition is simple: be the first to score 500 points.
I don't know what all that means, but cool for those who play. I know everyone loves this game. I don't play it, so yeah. Mega Evolution? Maybe I should play. They got Mega Evolutions?
Next, allow me to share some news about the Pokemon video game series.
Okay.
In the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet
Okay,
games,
never mind.
we're celebrating Pokemon Day with a Rotom phone case giveaway. Along with a mass outbreak event and other in-game events to come. A mighty Meowscarada, Skeledirge, and Quaquaval will appear in a series of Terra Raid battle events. And even more Pokemon are planned to appear in the future. We hope you continue to enjoy the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet games.
Sure.
Next, please have a look at this video.
All right, this the new game? This the new one? Or no? We gotta wait. They can't be teasing the old school games, are they? I don't believe it till I see it. I don't think it is yet, guys. Don't believe it till they actually announce it. They've done this before. Wait, stop saying yes. Stop. Stop saying yes, guys. I already know how the chat is. Stop. Because it can be nothing. They've done this before. Like Pokemon Stadium? It's like a new Pokemon Stadium? Pokemon Champions. Now in development. It's like a Pokemon Stadium game. Okay, I rock with that.
What you've just seen is the world's first glimpse of a new title, Pokémon Champions. This title will be focused on the Pokémon battles you know and love from core Pokémon games.
It's like Stadium.
Pokémon Champions will continue the tradition of pitting your skills against those of other trainers from around the world, but this time we're aiming for these core-style battles to be enjoyed by more players than ever before. Game Freak, the developer of the core games, is carrying out the planning for this project, while development is being handled by the Pokémon Works.
Who's the Pokemon
And
Works?
Pokémon Champions will be coming not only to the Nintendo Switch family of systems, but to mobile devices too. You'll be able to choose how you want to play based on where you are.
Cross
What's more,
content between them?
You can also connect with Pokémon Home. Thanks to this connectivity, you won't be limited to using Pokemon you can partner up with in Pokémon Champions.
Okay.
You'll be able to team up with Pokemon who joined you on your adventures in previous Pokemon games.
Okay, that's good.
We hope you're looking forward to battling Pokemon trainers from all corners of the world.
I'll probably check that out.
Stay tuned for future announcements regarding the launch date of Pokemon Champions.
Because I played Pokemon Stadium and all that.
We'd like to share some information about the languages Pokemon series games will be available in. Mr. Tomás Cortijo, please take it away.
Saludos a todos desde la nueva oficina de Pokémon en la hermosa
Hello from
ciudad
our
de
beautiful Pokemon office
Soy
in
Tomás
Mexico
Cortijo,
City. I'm
director
Tomas,
regional para Latinoamérica
regional director
de
of the
Pokémon
Pokemon Latin and the Pokemon Company
El día de
International.
hoy, estoy muy
Today,
feliz
I'm so
de
happy to
anunciarles
announce
que Pokémon Champions
that Pokemon
estará
Champions will be
disponible
playable
en
in
español
Latin America
latinoamericano
Spanish at
desde el
launch.
día de su lanzamiento. De igual forma,
Also,
además
in
de
addition
los
to the
9
9
idiomas que
languages
los
that trainers
entrenadores
can
y
currently
entrenadoras
choose to
pueden
play
elegir,
in,
Leyendas
Pokemon Legends
Z-A
Z-A will also be
tendrá
playable in
también la opción
Latin
de
American
jugarse en español
Spanish.
latinoamericano.
Hey!
Esto significa
Which
que
brings
de
the
aquí en
number of
adelante
playable
habrá
languages
10
of the
idiomas
Pokemon
disponibles
series
para jugar.
to 10 languages going forward.
Finalmente, como ya
As
anunciamos
previously
con anterioridad,
announced,
las futuras
future
expansiones
expansions of the
del famoso
beloved
juego de
Pokemon
cartas
trading card
coleccionables
game
de Pokémon estarán también
will also be available
disponibles
in
en
Latin
español y
American
Latinoamérica.
Spanish.
Localizar productos
The
como
localization
Leyendas
of our
Pokémon
products like
Z-A
Pokemon
al
Legends
español
Z-A
latinoamericano
into Latin American
permitirá que
Spanish
millones
enables
de
millions
nuevos
of new
fans
fans to
se unan a
join
la comunidad global de Pokémon y se conecten
and
con
connect
otros
with the
jugadores
global
de formas
Pokemon community
nunca
like
antes
never
vistas.
before.
Como parte
As the
de
Pokemon Company
Pokémon
Group,
Company Group, este es un claro
this is
ejemplo
the
de
example
nuestra
of the
misión
embodiment of
de
our
unir
mission
al mundo
to bring
a
the
través
world
de
together
Pokémon.
through Pokemon and to
Saber
make
que
money.
los fans
Knowing that
disfrutan
fans
aún
can
más
fully
de
enjoy
jugar
Pokemon
en su
when
idioma
it's their
local,
own
nos
regional
permite
language.
explorar nuevas
We're
formas
constantly
para
exploring
deleitar a los
how we
jugadores
can
de
best
diferentes
accommodate the fans
regiones
in
y
more
mercados
markets,
como Latinoamérica.
more of our markets like Latin America.
Este es un momento
It's amazing time to be a
increíble para ser
Pokemon fan,
de
no
Pokémon,
matter where
sin
you
importar
are
en
in the
qué parte
world.
del mundo te encuentres, por lo que no puedo esperar
And I can't wait
para
to
unirme
join
a todos
you all on
ustedes
these new
en sus
adventures.
próximas aventuras. Nos vemos pronto.
See you soon.
Finally, here's the latest update on Pokémon Legends Z-A.
That multiplayer game was not what we were thinking it was going to be. It's just Pokemon. It's like a cool Pokemon Stadium. All right, Pokemon Legends Z-A. Finally, you get a look at the game. Okay, got the town. Okay. It's definitely X and Y. Okay. There's the starters. Chikorita, the pig, and Totodile. There's not some flat grass. It's not all flat grass. Teleporters. Okay. It's looking all right. Oh my, whoa, what was that? That's some platforming? Just got battles in the streets. Just got battles. Wait, they're walking around. Wait, hold up. What's all that about? Okay, yeah, you still like the Legends. Okay, hold up. I forgot. I thought for a second Scarlet and Violet. All right, the Mega Evolutions. Okay. They really took their time on showing this, but it actually looks okay. June 27th.
Pokemon Legends Z-A is a new title in the Pokemon series. The story takes place in Lumiose City, the largest city in the Kalos region.
Okay.
Prism Tower stands tall at the center of this city of beautiful vistas. These days, Lumiose is undergoing a high-tech urban redevelopment plan to turn it into a city that people and Pokemon truly share. After you arrive in Lumiose City to see the sights, you'll meet 3 Pokemon, one of which will become your first partner.
Tempig.
Chikorita, Tepig, and Totodile.
I gotta go
You'll
with.
choose one of these Pokemon to accompany you on a new journey as you get to know
I don't know who I'm
Lumiose
gonna
City and its
choose.
inhabitants.
I don't know. Who should I choose, chat?
Here are some of the colorful characters you'll encounter.
Who should I choose?
When you arrive in Lumiose, you'll meet a new friend and ally,
Lumiose.
either Urbane or Tawny.
Urbane.
The hotel where you'll be staying is run by AZ. You'll also meet his partner, Floette. Lumiose's redevelopment is being managed by Quasartico Inc. You'll become acquainted with the company's CEO Jet and her secretary Vinny.
Hey, that
The
dude's
different
tall.
people you meet will make your time in Lumiose all the richer.
It's that guy. It's the same guy, isn't it? From Pokemon X and
To
Y.
help people and Pokemon coexist, the city has set up wild zones.
AZ.
These areas, located throughout Lumiose, give wild Pokemon habitats where they can thrive.
Definitely looks better than Legends, at least at first.
To catch one of these wild Pokemon, aim carefully, then throw a Pokeball. If you're having a hard time catching one, have one of your Pokemon use its moves to weaken the target,
Just
making it easier to catch.
Fights in the streets. It's kind of lit though.
This game offers a style of Pokemon battling not seen in previous titles. Moves can have a longer or shorter reach, or different areas of effect.
Oh.
So choose your timing and positioning carefully to
Oh!
gain the upper hand.
Oh. I like that. It's like more.
Lead your partner Pokemon through battles and dodge incoming attacks.
It's like more action like
Pokemon you
ATB.
need to and find the right moment to unleash a move.
This is actually kind of lit though.
What's more, certain Pokemon can go beyond evolution by
It's like-
undergoing Mega Evolution.
It's like a hybrid form of
When
combat.
the trainer's keystone resonates with the Mega Stone held by their Pokemon, the Pokemon will do more than just change shape. It'll unlock a new level of power, turning the tide of battle in its favor. As Lumiose continues its transformation into a city that belongs to both people and Pokemon, who knows what kinds of encounters and experiences will await you. Pokemon Legends Z-A. Coming late 2025.
Late. Woo. Late. So that's probably gonna be like November. Promotion match announcement. Okay, I think. What was that last part?
Pokemon Legends Z-A is scheduled to release in late 2025. We hope everybody can wait just a little longer for their adventures in Lumiose City to begin. That concludes our announcements for today. Thank you very much for watching.
Says I wouldn't get too excited just yet. Might have issues like the last 2 games. Did you play the previous game, the previous Pokemon Legends game, Roger? It's always funny when people say that. You guys know this is a follow-up to Pokemon Legends, right? It's a follow-up. So if you like Pokemon Legends, you'll probably like this game. Probably. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's how. It's not a Nintendo Direct. It's a Pokemon Presents. Don't expect a lot at these. It was only 19 minutes long. Says, nah, this looks more optimized than Legends. Urban environment is way less open worldy. Won't suffer from as many frame rate drops. Probably won't, but Pokemon Legends didn't have a ton of frame rate drops. There were some, but it actually wasn't that bad compared to Scarlet and Violet. Scarlet and Violet had the frame rate drops, but Pokemon Legends actually did not have like a ton of bad frame rate drops. Believe it or not. I know it's hard to believe, but believe it or not, it actually did not. Let's see here. No Cyndaquil as a starter. No Cyndaquil. Tempig as a starter. Tempig. Cyber Torch with the $10 dono says happy to wait a bit longer. They're taking their time to polish it out, plus something else to look forward to on Switch 2. I'm assuming it's out. Yeah, it's definitely coming to Switch 2. There's no way that this game is not also coming. Like, there's going to be a patch or there's going to be something for Switch 2 with this game. Like, there's no way that there is not. So yeah, for sure. But no, I thought it looked good. It definitely was a better first look, and it looks better than Pokemon Legends for sure. Because Pokemon Legends, the Pokemon were moving at the first reveal, the Pokemon were moving at bad frame rates. Obviously, the open world was not very impressive. This is more confined, so they don't have to make a big old huge open world like they did in there. So it's definitely looking a little bit better. Not perfect, absolutely not perfect. Still not like the best looking game, but definitely much better than what they started out with at first with Legends. Now we have to wait and see for the full product. But yeah, Scarlet and Violet was horrible. But this is a Pokemon Legends game, Roger. You're comparing it to Scarlet and Violet. Scarlet and Violet is not the same as Legends. This is a follow-up to Legends, not Scarlet and Violet. So you said the last two games. The last two games are Scarlet and Violet and Pokemon Legends. So if you're talking about Pokemon Legends does not have all the issues that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet had. So I don't know if you played the game or not. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, I don't know. See, and I'm glazing. I'm just telling you that Pokemon Legends did not have the same issues that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet had. That's all I'm saying for the crazy people in here. All I'm trying to say is that they didn't have the same issues. Hopefully don't go crazy on me. That's all I'm trying to say. All right. Same devs. They've all been the same devs, yeah. Let's see. Arceus was actually a great game in my opinion. Am I allowed to say that? Or, if I say that, maybe some of you guys go crazy on me. Chris the Strider Dog with the $1.99 says I was more excited for Champions than Z-A. Yeah, I'm definitely more excited for Z-A than I am for Champions, just because Z-A is an actual like full game, and Champions is essentially an online. It's Pokemon Stadium. Champions is Pokemon Stadium in the modern day. People ask, will they ever make another Pokemon Stadium? I felt no, because you can already just do that in the games, just Pokemon Sword and Shield or Pokemon, you don't need to worry about transferring Pokemon over to the from the handheld to the home console. That's how Pokemon Stadium games were made. But it looks like they're still gonna they're making a new one. So it's essentially Pokemon Stadium. And don't get me wrong, Pokemon Stadium's fantastic. But I like me a single player campaign and all that good stuff. So I'm a little bit more excited for Pokemon Legends Z-A. It's got some more innovative battle mechanics in there. But Pokemon Champions looks cool. I'm gonna check it out for sure. So yeah. So yeah, but it's all good. Let's see. I can confirm that Argentina still Z's on his couch. Yeah, I don't know what people are expecting. I told people, do not be expecting anything crazy. It's a Pokemon Presents. Expect mobile games. Expect Pokemon Legends Z-A announcement. And that's what we got. Mobile games, one new multiplayer game announcement, and Pokemon Legends Z-A. So I was realistic with what to expect, and glad to be proven right once again. I'm not digging the art style unlike the first one. The art style seems the same. The art style looks the same to me. Maybe it's the scenery. The scenery's different. One of them is more Japanese, like in terms of the style, but the art style is definitely Pokemon. Did they give a release date? They just said late 2025. How about the fact that Champions seems to have like online battle gimmicks in the same game? Online Champions seems to have all the battle gimmicks. It's like Pokemon Stadium. So if you've played Pokemon Stadium, it's like that. Let's see here. I don't have a problem with nitpicks. I have no problem with nitpicks. If you like certain things, you liked it. If you didn't like certain things, you didn't like it. I just don't want people to sit there and say that I'm like if I sit there and say, hey, look, like factually like a thing, like because people get crazy when it comes to Pokemon. And that's fine. If you're more excited for Xenoblade, be more excited. Nobody's saying that you have to not be excited for whatever, It said late 2025, so early 2026. No, that doesn't mean that. Pokemon games are rarely delayed. Rarely are Pokemon games delayed. So I doubt that they would delay it to 2026. This is the only game where you can get away with the worst graphics and games, and LOL Pokemon fans buy everything. Maybe because they don't play it for the graphics. Maybe that's the reason why they still buy it. maybe I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Maybe they buy it because they think the gameplay is fun. Maybe. I'm just putting it out there. I'm not defending it. I wish the graphics were better too. Although Pokemon Legends Z-A looks okay. But maybe they buy it because they like the gameplay. Maybe that's it. So yeah. Legends looks fun. Yeah, Legends looks cool. Legends looks cool. So yeah. Playing Praying Champions has Dynamax and Gigantamax. Do you guys like that? I don't know if I like the Dynamax. I think Mega Evolution's cool though. Mega Evolution's cool. I'm down with Mega Evolution. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm down with all the other stuff. But yeah, I feel you. That'd be cool if they had it in there. Let's see here. I think ZA looked great. I love the dodge mechanic. Also, I think people don't realize they actually don't like Pokemon. I think there's definitely a lot of people who just don't like Pokemon, but they need to talk about it because it's so popular, right? Like it's just but yeah, I think there's a lot of people that just don't like Pokemon. Even if the graphics were good, they probably just don't like Pokemon, you know? I think that's probably it. Champions graphics looks pretty good, and I'm pretty sure a lot of these people saying I don't like this or this, they're probably not going to play Champions, and the graphics look good in that game, and they're probably not going to play it. Probably not going to care about it too much. So yeah. Exact same formula for 20 years, but but hey, why change anything if it sells loads? It'll be 20, 40. Yeah, Pokemon Legends is not the same formula as the original Pokemon Visage. And I'm just saying this is factually. It's actually very different. It has action RPG elements and where you actually have to position your Pokemon different. It's not just straight up turn-based. So that's not the same. But, I mean, if you want to think it's the same, that's fine by me. But yeah, Pokemon Legends is definitely not the same as Pokemon Red and Blue. Like the gameplay is definitely different. But hey, what do I know? I wish they made a follow-up to Arceus. Wish they made a follow-up to Arceus. The gameplay is similar, well, with some big changes. But I think Arceus actually wraps up pretty well. I'm not sure if they needed to make a sequel to it. But yeah. X and Y looks cool. Let's see here. Yeah, Legends is good, but I would say, but the other ones, what other ones are? What other ones are we talking about? They didn't announce any new games. Like it was just the same. It was just they didn't announce anything new. They didn't announce like the next gen of Pokemon. They just announced Champions, which is a Pokemon Stadium that you can play like between mobile and home console, which is fine. I actually think that's cool. Like people like battling in Pokemon. Why not make a Pokemon Stadium game like that's just about the battle? I don't see any issue with that. And it looks good graphically. It looks okay. I mean, I think I don't know. Am I allowed to say that or no? I gotta double check if I'm allowed to say the game looks good graphic like Champions. Champions actually looked. I know it was a lot of CG though, so I don't know exactly how the game's gonna look in game, but the graphics looked okay there. So I mean, they just made that. So so. I gotta check the chat is okay if I say that. So anyway, so yeah, they didn't announce any new Pokemon. Like they didn't announce Gen 10 or they didn't announce anything new. So we don't know what they're gonna do like with the brand new formula with Pokemon games. But Pokemon Legends Z-A is definitely a welcomed, breath of fresh air, something different. Pokemon Legends and then Legends Z-A. So yeah. Considering the trailer had Mega Charizard and Terra Pokemon, I think it's safe to say Champions will have most, if not all, gimmicks. Okay, got you. So give it up, OJ, defending Pokemon no matter what. Yeah, I know. So yeah. The OG Pokemon trading card game on the Game Boy was good. I'm hoping for a new one in the series. You should play the mobile game. People like that like the Pokemon the trading card game. Play that one. I'm not a big mobile guy. I haven't even played it yet. So yeah. Let's see. Terrorize It is pretty dumb in my opinion. Mega is all they should have. I don't think they're gonna have the Terrorize It in the new X and Y. I don't think they're gonna have it or ZA. I don't think they're gonna have it. So yeah. I don't think we know what engine that they're using for the game. I don't know if they've ever said what engine it is, so I don't know what engines they use. One thing for poor, I don't know what engines they use, man, but sure, people, like I said, people just come here to be angry. People are gonna defend what? Nobody's defending anything. Jesus Christ. I don't know what you're talking about, man. I have no idea. They talked about Pokemon Legends Z-A. That's what they did, and then they talked about mobile games. That's what they did. Z-A using Scarlet and Violet graphics engine instead of Arceus one is a bad joke. There is nothing that says that they're using Scarlet and Violet's graphics engine. We don't even know what engine Scarlet and Violet uses, and we don't know what engine Arceus uses. They have not actually disclosed what engines, and we don't know if those games are even on different engines. Like I legitimately don't know, and the Pokemon Company has never said it, so I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea, but you're mad about something, but I have no idea what you're talking about, to be honest. Oh my gosh. I like it. ZA looks fun, but let's see here. That should be the future of Pokemon battles in general. I disagree. And the reason why I disagree is because you can't make all the Pokemon work in the battles like that. That doesn't work for competitive battling, and people love the competitive turn-based battling. So that should definitely not be it. It should be a separate series, so people who like ZA can play ZA. People who like the regular Pokemon can play regular Pokemon. The last thing you want to do is piss off the regular hardcore Pokemon fans. Ask Yokai Watch what they did. Ask Yokai Watch when they decided to move to action RPG for the main series. Ask the Yokai Watch fans how they responded. They responded by not buying the game, and it pretty much killed the series. I mean, like, we do have the Holy Horror Mansion that's coming, which is a spiritual successor, but Yokai Watch, for all effective purposes, is dead because they decided to make an action RPG as the main series instead of the standard what people like. So I don't think you should do something like that. I think that will piss a lot of the hardcore fans off. I think you should keep them separate and evolve both of them and have it as like a dual pillar. You can have Legends ZA and battles, and then you can have the regular Pokemon. I don't think you should mess with what people like in that sense. That might be a bad idea. That might be a bad idea. But hey, I'm just saying. Let's see. It's not your fault, Jay. The Pokemon ZA trailer was meant. I thought the trailer was okay. I can confirm 800 plus battles in TCG Pocket. Bit of money spent. It's awesome, highly addicting. Okay. Shout outs. Thank you, Mac Mega with the 5. It just vaguely looks like Scarlet and Violet, but it's definitely a different art style. I guess. Sure. I don't know what engines they're using though. When people say they're using this engine or they're using that engine, they didn't say what engine they're using. You can have a different art style in the same engine. Engines don't dictate exactly how the art style looks. So for example, Unreal Engine 4 can have a variety of different art styles. Unreal, what's it called? RE Engine, Monster Hunter looks very different from, I don't know, from Resident Evil. Or like Ghosts and Goblins, that game's made on the RE engine as well. Like, that's a 2D side-scrolling game. So it's like, an engine doesn't necessarily say it's going to look like this or it's going to look like that. Now, like I said, I don't know. I just don't know what engine it's running on. Like, but you can have different art styles in different engines. That's not a barrier of what something looks like 100%. That's all I was saying. Let's see here. Pokemon fans are going to start a new country and form an army to go after anybody who disses any Pokemon game. Then they would have already done that, considering that people diss Pokemon games 24/7. Not only do people diss Pokemon games 24/7, if you say anything, they get, like, people are crazy on both sides, Roger. Like, looks like they scaled back on Pokemon models details to help run ZA better. Pyoro was also super right. Pokemon X trainer battle theme, please. All right. What was Pyoro right about? What was he right about? Pokemon X trainer thing. Thank you for the $5. No, trainer theme. Trainer theme. All right, we got to play this trainer theme, and then I got to bounce, okay, guys? So we'll play this trainer theme. We'll get the last second questions in, all that good stuff, and then I got to go. The grass updated, cooldown, charge 74. All right, sounds good. Fought hard until I got my butt kicked. Japanese chiller said fall 2025. That's late. Late fall, same thing, you know. So, yeah, I'd expect it to be like October or November. That's when I'd expect it. I battled OJ back in the link cables when needed. My Metapod and Magikarp team. No, you didn't. One complaint I have is even small one is Johto starters is crazy. Johto starters is crazy. You don't like Johto start. You don't like Chikorita, Tempig, and Feraligatr, little Feraligatr guy, Totodile. That was definitely not Switch 2 today. No. Are you gonna stream again later tonight? Yes, I will stream again later tonight. The whole integration of Pokemon Home and all the integration of Pokemon Home. Okay, yeah. He was right about that. But what's the X-ray, like the synapses? What was all that about? Like, what was all that about though? But I guess, yeah, he put like a bunch of trainers fighting, like, you know, like, I guess, but the way that, what's it called? Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, he was right, but he was like, it was just like, okay, it's like a Pokemon Stadium, you know, which is cool. All right, take it easy. Vadsent, thanks for coming out to the stream. Let's see. Urgen's mad that the Pokemon smokes his crappy wrestling games, not even trying with you. I don't think RGT likes Pokemon, even if the graphics were better. I don't think he's a big fan of Pokemon. It's just easy to talk about and people will watch, you know, because people get angry. But I don't think he actually likes Pokemon that much. Because I don't think he liked what's it called? Palworld. Palworld was it doesn't play like Pokemon, but it has the same theme and it has guns and all that, right? You catch pals and you trade them and all that, and he didn't like Palworld either. So I don't really think he just my own perspective from watching his videos, which I'll watch whenever he's upset about. I just don't think he actually likes Pokemon like that much. I don't think he's a big fan of it. So yeah. So it's easy to just say, "Oh my God, they suck. They look bad," when you don't really like it. But yeah. I was expecting more variety of two Johto starters and Unova one for starters. Yeah, we'll see what other Pokemon are in the game. Armchair. Music guy with the Dawn 9 says Pokemon needs to keep the standard. Pokemon needs to keep the standard battles. It does. Like, oh man, I can only imagine the uproar. You guys think people are mad with Pokemon now? If they change those battles from how it was, like the typical battles, to just all action where, oh my God, people would blow a gasket, dude. People would blow a gasket. That was the code name for the project itself. Okay, yeah. Okay, yes, you're right about the Synapses or whatever. But wasn't that the old game that got scrapped? And then so I guess that was the old game, right? Do you think Pokemon Champions will have all the gimmicks or just 2 that they showed? I'm not sure. Some people think that they're going to have more. Some people think that they won't. So yeah. You think you'll have to wait for Switch 2 exclusive Pokemon to get way better graphics, but other than that, Switch 2 gameplay to run on both consoles? I don't think even Switch 2, the graphics are going to be way better. I don't think they're even going to be like way better on the Switch 2. I think it's going to look probably higher resolution and look sharper, but I don't think you're not going to get like freaking Horizon Zero Dawn if that's what you're looking for. You're not going to get that. Now that I think about it, do you think Switch 1 or 2 footage running Z-A? That was definitely Switch 1 footage. That was not Switch 2. I don't think they have a Switch 2 footage ready to go. I think that's Switch 1 for sure. 100% Switch 1. All those techniques graphically looks like a Switch 1 game. There wasn't anything that tells me that it was Switch 2 from anything like that. So yeah. But all right guys, we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for coming out to tonight's stream. I appreciate that. We will see you guys. I will stream again later today. So I will see you guys later. Hopefully the crazy Pokemon fans don't get too mad at me. But yeah, we'll see you guys for the next one. Love y'all. Thank you guys for the donos. Thank you guys for the support today. Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys for being awesome. really appreciate it. You guys were actually most of you guys were cool today. Some of you guys were being crazy towards me for no reason. But but yeah, man, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. All right, guys, love y'all.